Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this Looking for Guidance World event. I'll put the scoring up for the individual troops as well as they appear, and I'll show you one or two teams at the same time and a couple of variants on each just in case you do not have the troops I'm going to use. But first of all, this being a world event, what you should always do is collect your rewards absolutely straight away. Some of your guildmates may have started this event already, and as such you will have rewards literally ready to collect straight away. And one of those things will be a token, and you can evolve this into a badge when you get enough of them, and you want to apply this absolutely straight away because that means you're going to do extra damage in this event. So we pop to our medals and make sure we slot it into place. We just got to find it. There it is, Badge of Thorns. Thank you very much. Back to the event. Looking for guidance. Second thing I always recommend you do is grab tier 1. This gives you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops start enchanted for the entirety of this event. Every single battle. Super handy, well worth that 30 gems on its own, but you do pick up extra shards, extra event sigils, gold, tokens, troops and other stuff. Pretty nifty. Now you can grab other tiers if you like, but for the benefit of the video I'm just going to do tier 1 for now. You do get a potion of explosion on the second tier and rejuvenation on the third, and you can go all the way up to tier 7 on this, which is pretty cool if you want to spend a whole load of gems. Right, onto the fight itself. I've done one battle already just to make sure the team worked as I thought, and it was pretty cool. I'll put the scoring up for each different troop as they appear, so just Leocorn and Wolverine. That's that's tricky to say. That one. Wolverine. That's better. Wolverine. Yes, makes sense now. I was looking at it as Wolverine. Anyway, right, onto the team. So what I'm going to do here is a really straightforward team you can have a little bit of fun with at the same time. We are limited to Nexus troops, and what these troops here do, what I'm going to do is go to edit so I can show the other options as well. Like, these nature-born creatures are all a little bit different, and you can pick any ones you like really. If you want 3 of the same one, that will still work. Each one has a particular set of talents and damage in the same kind of way. Deals damage to an enemy and entangles them with this nature-born wolf. If the enemy dies, create 2 elemental stars and gain an extra turn. Now they will be dying at first because the enemies are going to be super weak. As well as that, the traits are the exact opposite of what their spell does, if you know what I mean. So if this entangles them, they're immune to entangle. And because they are the green version, they create a green gem when my turn begins. The Stoneborn Lion does damage to an enemy and stuns them, and is therefore immune to stun, and creates a brown gem because it uses brown, and still creates 2 elemental stars and gains an extra turn if the enemy dies. The Waterborn Owl deals 50 damage to an enemy as well, and it freezes them, and guess what, it's immune to frozen, and creates a blue gem because it uses blue. So if you want, you can actually have 3 of these. I'm just doing this for the variety of the video really, but if you've got 3 of the same one, that does benefit you a lot because you'll create 3 green gems when turn begins in this example, and we'll get an extra turn every single time because basically at first the enemy will be dying really quickly. Just going to use this weapon because it uses the other colours and does damage to all, so that is a pretty cool way to start. There is other ways you can go about this. If you want to go King Heliodor, that does true damage. It's a good way to do true damage. If you have 3 of these, just chuck 3 of them in there. He's going to create 3 elemental stars every turn. That is going to be pretty fast at the same time. We've got that potion of enchantment. It gives life to all elemental allies when matching brown gems, and with that you can chuck in a nice true damage weapon like Tide's Lash would work really well with that. So if you didn't want to go this kind of route, or start to slow down later on, you can chuck in something like Tide's Lash and then King Heliodor times 3 if you have that, or anybody else that does true damage if there is anybody, but I don't think there is. I think that's your only choice. So if you've got a Kalika, she's also pretty decent, does damage to all, so that is another good way to go. That would go really well with a damage to all weapon. But I'm just going to start with this one. And nice and easy to use. I don't think I've checked the banner yet, so we'll have a look now. So hang on, let's have a look. I use purple, yellow, red, green, blue, brown. So I'll use all the colours, but I do use green twice and blue twice. So I'll just go to a +2 green wherever it is. That'll do. Right, class for this is not actually that important. So for me, I'm just going to go to anything where I haven't actually got it to 100 yet. In this case, Runepriest. And get the show on the road. Let's see how it does. We should be killing the enemy absolutely outright, so we get an extra turn. Those extra gems are going to appear. Look, right at the beginning, we already got charged up. Just kill them, get an extra turn guaranteed, create gems. Let's charge that up. Bingo, bango. Well, that was easy. It will get harder. Soaring for Basilisk will be there now. It's the creation of the gems which makes this really, really useful. Nice and quick sometimes, so we'll look around for any potential double drops because we do use all the colours. That gives us that at the same time. We'll hit them with that. We kill them so we get an extra turn. When we create elemental stars, the way these work is you basically align these like normal, but elemental stars then sort of shoot out a projectile almost in a diagonal of each corner of the elemental star. And you collect that gem based on what it hits. So, for example, this one will collect this. It'll also collect the yellow, and it'll collect everything in this diagonal up this way. So this brown one, this yellow one, this brown, this red, this green, and so on and so on. So it's a good way to collect mana at the same time. And this one will also collect the ones above that in this diagonal. So this yellow, this brown, this green, this purple, this blue, and this green. So really good for collecting lots of mana. Kaboosh. We'll get an extra turn there, not that we actually need it, but just good to show how the team works. And we carry on. These world events are cool because, remember, like as a team begins a battle, it may not seem immediately like super duper powerful, or as you progress through it yourself, you may be slowing down a tad and maybe having to double charge a couple of troops here and there to get the kills you need. But remember that as your guild progresses with this, you will evolve that badge, and that will be more and more powerful every time. So suddenly your team will be powerful enough again to defeat these in a single cast and things like that. We can do this and get an extra turn if we want. Create more elemental stars, more automatic matches, and a quick kill. Of course you can look just to get the weapon charged up straight away if you like. That is a good way to go about it. Carbutus. Here he is. No choice but to bash this one on his crabby little face. So we'll grab purple. Can do it this way as well, of course. Just get the purple immediately, and that does damage to all. So that's probably a good way to go about it, to be honest, is like do that first, and then with the other three troops getting an extra turn, they'll be able to finish off the opponents you've just softened up with the weapon. So that is a cool way to go about that. Megavore in the soulforge at the moment, worth getting. Have a look at his my review of him in my soulforge review video today. A really cool troop. Do you like Megavore? Could have cast our troop there, but we're still going to be in one-shot range of these for now, so might as well zonk them out of it. 3 fish. I'm not really a fishy person, but I'll take 3 fish and chuck it into the guild. There you go, there's some fish for you. Don't say I didn't do my bit, because I did. Anyway, what we got? Yellow, brown, no purple. We'll get something else then. It'll be like that. Now we can get this huge amount of green plus a double on that. Didn't really need to, but well, stop hitting these. They died. They didn't die. Put the weapons up anyway next time. We can get this anyway, so that's cool. That's the way to do it. Do the weapon first, then use these to finish them off. Get an extra turn to end the game. So, the hero weapon first, if you can. Soften them up when you get to this stage, and then finish them off. I'll do the higher level opponents, just so I can try and show the preferred order of zappage. Purple's good, red's good. May as well get... Oh, I must have... I think my eyes must have been squiffy then. I looked at that as seeing me getting purple. That was a bit weird. Squiffy eyes. You don't want squiffy eyes. It's not a good thing. And we can zap these out in turn. And then we're going to get an extra turn every single time. So they will die. We'll create elemental stars, which should power up the last troop we don't have mana for, which means you can literally just use the same one again and again sometimes, and if not, we can move on to the next one. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Let's go to the higher level Leo Corn. Should be Leo Horn, shouldn't it? That C should be an H. Let's grab some of that. And some yellow, might as well get red at the same time. So this is the theory now. We cast, might as well get a 4 match because it's there. Cast this first. That should hopefully soften up them a tad. Use up on the extra turns. Let someone else have a go. Get the extra turn and the mana gen from that. Didn't get any mana gen that time, but we've got a nice elemental star here which we can connect and get some extra mana from. That has charged everybody up. You can hit the elephant with that, again extra turn. This is not going to be enough to kill him in one go now, so what we're going to do is get that anyway, because we may get a skull drop, and that's going to be close. That's going to be very close. In fact, it's going to be enough. So yeah, lots of extra turns in this team. And like I say, if you don't have one of each of these creatures that I'm using here, the waterborn wolf, stoneborn lion and waterborn owl, you can actually use 3 of the same one, or 2 of one and 1 of the other, because they're going to create a couple of green gems if you go to 2 of these instead of 1, and so on, and that may actually work better. I'm just using 1 of each for variety in the video. Oh, see, that's the only thing sometimes with the creation of gems. It can actually mess things up a little bit. It's a bit like those potions of power. They actually should be called potions of annoyance half the time, because a lot of the time they actually mess up what was a perfectly good start. The amount of times I've seen a 4 match at the beginning, or a 5 match and the mana surge, and it's like a really good flying start, and then potion of power comes along, destroys a couple of gems, messes it all up, and you get far less mana than what you did, or would have done, had you not had a potion of power. But that's taking a rush with the smooth. Set the hedgehog to the porcupine. As they strolled along a cheese grate, while being covered with grit, which somebody was throwing at them from a elongated shovel. Started again, haven't I? What am I talking about now? Hedgehogs and porcupines walking along on grit. Or was it a cheese grate? Oh, I can't remember. I've gone a little bit doolally. It's okay. I'll be alright in a minute. Maybe. Alright, let's get this. Oh, I don't think we need to. We can start zapping people. Kaboosh. Kabosh. Kaboosh. Kabosh. Extra turn every time one of them dies. Create elemental stars. Get more mana. Charge all the team up. Get more fish! Yes, like I say, basically by the time it gets to the stage, unless you want to do everything like today, kind of thing, then by the time it gets to the stage where you're going to have to start casting each troop twice, hopefully the rest of your guild have chipped in at the same time. And that will increase the power that you do and your damage output via your spells. And this team should still be good. Fish, game. This is a bit smelly, this world event. Basilisk. Let's bash the basil. Isk. Alright, and what should we get? We got purple, we got yellow, that would do. Take that and party. Let's get this, because we're going to get a skull bash at the same time. And then we'll hit him with that. Kabosh. Kaboosh. What an easy team this is to use. Skip. No, I prefer to dance. Alright, let's do a few more. Because this is going to be the way it works, I reckon. It's working very smoothly indeed. It's working smoother than George Clooney covered in oil on one of those slide things, Helter Skelters, which are covered in ice. Is that smooth? I'd say that's pretty smooth. Alright, let's get some stuff. Let's get yellow. Oh, let him have that one. Don't do it again. It's swapping them up. Or just kill them anyway. Fair enough. That happened, that happened. Skip to Maloo. And, ooh, which opponent should we have next, I wonder? Should we have this one, or this one, or this one? Yeah. I'm thinking this one, because this one is near the water, and that makes him able to hide in the water and go swimming. And we're going to spoil his little ugly face by giving him a bad day. I seem to wonder what I'm on sometimes. I have no idea what I'm on about half the time. It just comes out and I'll just roll with it. Alright, here we go. Like, kaboosh you. Kaboosh you. Kaboosh you. Kaboosh you. Two more event sigils. Right, let's do the scabby crab. Not really scabby. Doesn't look the cleanest fellow in the world, does he? Let's face it. Right, all them gems appeared didn't align for me that time, so I'll have to get some manual mana. Struth. The effort involved. Death, elemental stars, automatic mana. Death. Extra turn. Kaboosh. Right, well, this is it. More fish. Can smell it from here. Well, let's bash Megavore one more time and then call the video a day. Video your day. Can't resist it. Such a bad joke, but I don't care. I'm in a funny mood. I'm in one of those moods today. May as well get that. And that. And that. Soften them up with a big bash. Now let the automatic turns begin. One for you. One for you. What? Didn't get charged up. Surely some mistake. Megavore's toast. Oh, that's cheeky. Bye-bye. Right, there it is. That's the team I'm going to use, and I'm quite happy with that, the way that's working. There's a video. If you found it useful, helpful, all that jazz, tell your fish, particularly your fish, this is a fishy event. If you've got crabs, tell your crabs, but if you've got crabs, then personal hygiene might be a thing. I don't know if you've literally got crabs. I ain't even going down that road. But yeah, share the video, tell your guild, tell your everyone. I don't mind, it's all good. I'm waffling again, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just hit like and subscribe if you thought the video was good. And I'll catch you again next time. Thanks for watching, bye for now.